You're a good husband. Am I converting you?
Leather musk.
Is that a thumbs up or yeah? No.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I have a huge Walmart wax haul. My husband is the best husband in the world. He tolerates me going into Walmarts, or many Walmarts if we're in the States, because it's an opportunity for us Canadians to go and get wax melts that we cannot get here in Canada. We should get, but we aren't. I would like to say my husband is awesome, so there you go, putting it out there. So anyway, before we get started on the haul, I'm going to share with you guys what I have all over my nails. This is beautiful color from ILMP, and it's in the color Summer Crush. And it's kind of like a crush hollow effect, and it's sort of a bit of a jelly formula, so like between a crelly, like a jelly / cream, full opacity in 2 coats, and I love this one. It's a beautiful pink for summer. Okay, so we got a little bit to go through. So we went to 2 different Walmarts. Bellingham was one and Oak Harbor was the other. We were staying in Oak Harbor. We did do 2 little trips. I'm actually surprised. Maybe I was a bit early. There are a few fall wax melts, but there doesn't seem to be as many fall wax melts as there were in past experiences of mine. Normally they drop sooner, and I did get a few. There's a few that I know that are out there. A lot of people are raving about them, but if they're blueberry, I didn't like it. I don't like blueberries. I'm not going to buy it.
Okay, I don't normally like blueberry, and this is a blueberry marshmallow. I'm not going to buy this because I'm not a big fan of blueberry, but I feel that if you're on the border of loving blueberry, you're going to really enjoy this because it's actually not too heavy. Marshmallow works.
We're going to start with some Yankee Candle wax melts. So we have 2 different kinds here. Well, I have many more to show you, but we have Woodland Weekend Memories, and look at this. I love it when companies start reaching out. Like, these mainstream companies don't normally do a lot of coffee scents. In my opinion, that's where Sensationals and Better Homes and Gardens fail. They don't do any coffee scents. I have not found one. There was once in a while was a tea scent many years ago. If they did coffee scents or more gourmands with less caramel and less cinnamon, you guys, the sleeves of these would have been purchased. Well, this one here smells absolutely amazing, so much so that I bought 2. It's got a sophistication. It smells a bit almost like a really nice sexy perfume that has coffee notes in it, maybe a little whiskey note in it to it as well. I really love this one. I wouldn't say it's like coffee, but it's a sexy weekend scent, you know? Anyway, I love that, so I bought 2 of those. And then surprisingly, I picked up the pumpkin cinnamon swirl, which I don't think you would probably have ever guessed that I would have done that. This is almost too sweet, almost too ooey gooey, but I really enjoy this. I think the cinnamon is the right kind of cinnamon for this particular wax melt. So I'm going to be definitely melting this more in the month of October and leading into November. I love the pumpkin, even though I don't smell pumpkin. It's a cinnamon bun, really. With the icing, I totally get that. Icing definitely creams it up. I will likely melt this one in the month of October. And yeah, it's really nice. A nice foodie gourmand scent. I had to, guys, this is one of my favorite scents of Yankee Candle, is the originator, I believe, of the Pink Sands. A lot of other places, whether it's wax melt brands, vendors, they have obviously kind of duped it. This is a great scent for summer. This is Pink Sands. Gorgeous. Love this one. I will never get sick of it. It's gorgeous. I would definitely pick this up. It's like a floral fresh, but it's done right. Almost like I guess maybe pink sugar, and that's why it's Pink Sands. Slight pink sugar in it, but it's so delicious. And lastly, from Yankee Candle, I picked up 2 of these because, again, I get excited when I don't see a lot of these mainstream companies doing, and then all of a sudden it pops up. Pumpkin Maple Cream Caramel. Now, if you know me, you know I don't like maple in wax melts because it's too strong. Really good. This is not too mapley. In fact, I get the maple and the cinnamon a little bit more. But again, it's the good sweet cinnamon, not the burn your tongue kind of cinnamon or burn your nose kind of cinnamon. So that creme brulee, I guess it's creme brulee that they show here in the picture. It's quite accurate, at least on cold, with a little bit more cinnamon than I would throw into a creme brulee myself. I really think this is going to be great. Again, because of that cinnamon, I'm probably going to be warming this one up more or less towards probably October again. Let's go into some sensationals here. There's some things that I'm putting in front of you right now, which you're like, oh, I've seen that before. You've picked that up many times, and you're 100% correct, but I love them. And again, the exchange rate in Canada These are $2.22 in the US, at least in the state of Washington. Even after the exchange rate and all of that, this is way cheaper to get in the States. Magic Spell, this one here is a dupe of Victoria's Secret's Love Spell. And I love this one. You guys know I can get this in Canada, but I was in front of me and I was like, well, I'm almost out at home. So, and it's cheaper. So let's go get it. So there's that one here. Now, interestingly enough, we have Cuddle Up and Feeling Cozy. One would think they might smell similar, but they don't. This one here has more of like, it has tonka and oud, it says on it. It is more on the masculine side of things, but a warm, masculine, cooler temperatured kind of scent. I don't know if that's a great descriptor. The way that they have this depicted, it is definitely for a cooler season where you're cuddling up with a blanket. It is a warm scent. And I guess I could say it's almost like a cashmere. And then we have this one here, which is Feelin' Cozy, which is warm woods and crisp apples. So it's a slightly different scent. Now they've thrown in an apple, but both of them have this little symbol here, which I think is for floral, or woody floral. I'm not sure. This one's a little lighter actually than the Cuddle Up, on cold anyway. So it'll be interesting to see what it does on warm. This is really nice. It's got more of a feminine feel to it. So yeah, I wanted to try them out, and it was interesting that they're both from the same brand. They're very similarly packaged, so I thought that was kind of interesting. Now, I think in Canada you can get this, but I was in front of me again with a hint of honey drizzle. This is Golden Apple. I know a lot of people were talking about this one, and it's really, really quite nice. It's nice and fresh and fruity, and it does have the symbol of fruit here in the corners. It is supposed to be more of a fruity leaning fragrance, so that's cool. And these last two are very typical of fall. First of all, we have Sweet Berry Cider, which is juicy apple and raspberry. I noticed that Sensationals was doing like a lot of cocktail themed scents, but some I already picked up in my last haul that you guys already saw. And it has the symbol for fruit here as well. Oh, this is so good. This is early fall. It's not super strong, like in the sense of cinnamon or a spice like clove, cinnamon, cardamom. So this would be more of an October scent for me. I think that's going to be really nice. And then I thought fallen leaves, crisp air, citrus, and wood. I was thinking, I wonder if this smells like anything that Bath and Body Works would do. It does smell like leaves outside that you're stepping on, you're putting into a pile, that fresh, crisp air, but there is definitely an apple or something to it. It does say citrus, but I also feel like there's a little bit of apple in here, and I think this is a true fall scent. So this would be, to me, like a September going into October. So yeah, looking forward to this one. Okay, so next up, we have a brand that I'm not as familiar with, but man, when I was at the store, I need to give these more love because they smelled wonderful. And this is the brand Illumi, which you can find in this wax aisle. Now, I will say these are more expensive than Sensationals or Better Homes and Gardens. They're definitely more expensive, but I'm curious. They all smelled wonderful. So first of all, I ended up buying 2 of these. And this is the Sweet Love Spell. So not dissimilar to Magic Spell, which is a Love Spell dupe. This one's a little sweeter.
Battle of Victoria's Secret's Love Spell begins. This smells just a slight bit sweeter than this one, but they're really the same. I'm actually really impressed with this one.
So also remember, I forgot that the whole lid comes off. This is a little bit sweeter of a scent over the Magic Spell, but they're super close to the same. So I'm interested to melt this one. Of course, this one's going to go in the bedroom. That's where I like Love Spell and all that. Then we have the spiced vanilla, which is rich vanilla sweetened with cinnamon and sugar. This is creamy. Like I see in the picture, it has like cinnamon and star anise and all that. This is a creamy and light spice, not too heavy. So I am very much looking forward to that. Probably mid to late fall, going into like maybe late November, winter time. This one here had me like, ooh, I gotta try you. Cotton Candy Dreams, described as dreamy notes of sugary cotton candy with hints of sweet berry. Sort of like something reminds me of pink sugar, the way that sounds like it's supposed to be. This smells like a lollipop or something that I had growing up. It smells delicious. Like when we're talking about like early 80s. It brought back some scent memories. So that's really, really nice. And then these 2 here, pumpkin vanilla latte. Of course, we have to try it. It's almost pumpkin latte season. I am not a pumpkin latte person at all. This one here is warm pumpkin and vanilla topped with whipped cream. That's a beautiful photograph. And I'm happy to see more of these Illumi scents popping up at Walmart. This is really nice, you guys. There's not too much cinnamon and not too much ooey gooey. This is going to be a really nice creamy pumpkin scent. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that one probably in October because it's pumpkin. Then we have Cookie Jar, which is sweet vanilla bean, warm sugar, and buttery notes. You know, you got to have like a nice rounded, beautiful scent. That's just like cookies. This totally smells like a sugar cookie. Like, honestly, this smells so good. Those are all the Illumi ones I did pick up. And then we have Better Homes and Gardens, which is probably, out of all the brands, we still have another brand to talk about after this. This is where I have a Sensationals. I just found a Sensationals in this group. Sorry. We have Dream Cloud. This is Walking on Air. And yeah, sorry, this is supposed to go in the Sensational section. It has a floral picture on there. It's a really nice, sweet floral, which I think will go really nicely in our bedroom. That is Dream Cloud by Sensationals. And now we'll go back into the Better Homes and Gardens. And as you guys can see, this is where I end up purchasing the most from, because I feel like Better Homes and Gardens give us more. And yes, you see some similar things that you probably have seen in the past. They're that good that, you know, you have to, right? With that said, let's start with this one. Oh, I love this one. I already got rid of one of my favorite lavenders, but lavender lemonade is a beautiful combination, and it's described as lemon, sugar, pineapple water, lavender, melon, and vanilla. I love this one, you guys. Again, I wish that Better Homes and Gardens was sold in Canada, but it is not. And then the other one that I got two of, which it's gorgeous, is called Cuddles and Cashmere. And this one is described as currant, fig, cashmere, jasmine, suede, tonka bean, myrrh, and wood. It's sexy. Again, I think it's just because I love fig in fragrance, even personal fragrance, that I'm like, yeah, this is a perfect bedroom scent. Similar to the lavender lemonade, they'll both go into our bedroom. Let's just do this front row here, I guess. First, this is sea salt and sage, blue cypress, sage, bergamot, black pepper, lavender, white cedar, and spice scent notes. This will be a beautiful scent for our bathroom. It's got a really nice fresh note to it, which would go really great in our bathroom. I want to say this one. I'm going to go through them all here. These two, this one. Oh, I have this one too. I know I have this in my melting basket, but I picked up one more because it's that good. The Cranberry Mandarin Splash, which is mandarin, tangerine, lemon, cranberry, and red currant. This is really good for summer. It's not a cranberry that you would want to wait to melt in the fall, winter. It's one that you want to do now. So let's go to the items I know you guys have seen before. These aren't new. Again, come September, I love apple scents. So this is Fresh Orchard apples, apple, pear blossom, lemon, sugar, and vanilla bean. So good. This has been a repurchase. Love that one. And same with Farmhouse Pumpkin Patch. I believe this is very much similar to most drops like this in the fall. I think it's just a repackage. This is pumpkin, sweet apple spice, brown sugar, and vanilla scents. So nice. Again, for the month of end of September going into October would be great. And banana pumpkin bread. This is a great one. And I think that's why they keep bringing it back. It does very well. Pumpkin, honey, cinnamon, banana bread, brown sugar, vanilla bean, and caramel. Just enough sweetness, not too much. And then we talk about these ones. Now, they've repackaged and relabeled and restructured the photograph. This is Vanilla Cookie Crunch, which is shortbread cookie, buttercream, and vanilla. So great on its own, but also great to blend a scent. If you have a scent that you don't enjoy, put a cube of this in with it, and it sort of just creams it up, and it helps that along the way. This one here is Pumpkin Apple Muffins. And again, this is just a beautiful scent, probably late September going into October. I would probably want to melt that. And then we have these four here that we haven't discussed yet. This is the pecan shortbread. This is pecan nut butter shortbread, cookie dough, spice, and caramel scent notes. It's gorgeous. Really, really nice. Again, I love bakery. I love the gourmand. I want to see more of the gourmands being popped up. Then we have Sensationals again. Sparkling Apple Spice from Sensationals. This is a fruit leaning fragrance. And yes, this is a beautiful, fruity, slightly spicy concoction here, which I think would go really good at the October/November. Back to the Sensational pile it goes. Then back to the Better Homes and Gardens before we go to our last company. This here is orange and cinnamon rolls, described as orange, hazelnut, pumpkin, cinnamon, nutmeg, spice, and pancake batter. I thought this was really cool, quite unique.
Surprisingly good. Not too cinnamon.
And the last one from Better Homes and Gardens, White Peach and Daisy, which I think is a repurchase for me. I think I picked up one of these when we were down in June. Granny Smith apple, white peach, bergamot, daisy, rainwater, melon, cassis, lemongrass, and amber. Perfect for the bedroom or the bathroom, actually. And the last brand we're going to be talking about from Walmart that I picked up was Mainstays. Now, we do have Mainstays in Canada, but we have like 4 of the same fragrances that they never change, and it's quite blah. That being said, there's a couple of these that I've seen on the internet, the interweeb, that have been hyped up, and I'm here to tell you that it's totally worth the hype. You're probably going to see in a video clip I'm going to throw in here.
The big buzz I've seen for this bourbon baked pear is spot on. It smells so good, you guys. I'm gonna get a few of these. Run, don't walk.
The one thing to note about these particular ones, they're like half the size of the original, like you can see the half the thickness. So keeping that in mind, yes, it looks like it's cheaper at Walmart, but in reality, it's like half the size. Bourbon baked pear is described as gourmand cinnamon, Anjou pear, and spice bourbon. I get very little of the cinnamon. That's the backdrop, which is good for me. The pear stands out. I bought 3 of them. In that video, you guys saw me. I was like, run, don't walk, go get these, because this is truly, honestly, probably my favorite one, maybe from this entire haul. But then we have a couple that kind of surprised me. Like, again, I'm loving to see more gourmands. I'm loving to see coffee kind of leaning fragrances from mainstream brands because I feel vendors have been doing it so well. This one's hazelnut cream, which I think is not new. I think this is something they've had before. Hazelnut, caramel, and vanilla, and it's gorgeous. I will say that it's a little less of the coffee, but more of the caramel, because caramel does that. I am looking forward to melting this on a nice weekend and enjoying it with my own chai tea latte. And we have iced caramel macchiato, and that's really cool too, which is coffee, caramel, and sweet vanilla, which hazelnut, caramel, and vanilla. So the only difference is this one actually says coffee. The hazelnut cream doesn't even say coffee. It just says hazelnut, caramel, and vanilla. This one does say coffee, caramel, and sweet vanilla. So let's give this one another sniff here. It's been a while. I've had this now for a bit. Oh yeah, this one's coffee leaning. 100% would recommend if you are a coffee lover on home fragrance. So nice. And then before we get into the cranberries, we're going to go into chocolate chip and vanilla cookie. Who doesn't love a chocolate, unless you're allergic, you know, chocolate chip and vanilla cookie. Come on. It's the classic. This is described as chocolate chips, vanilla extract, and baked goods. And I think that's important to note. Vanilla extract smells different, more alcoholic, like a perfume, but in a good way. Like it smells really potent versus just vanilla. It smells like a coconut cookie with the chocolate chips. I love it. I'm looking forward to this one. Then we have the 2 last ones I'm going to talk to you guys about today. They're both cranberry. So this one, I don't think is new. It comes out every year, although it does have sprigs of spruce or some sort of pine in the background. So maybe this is more targeted to the winter time, but I still love it for fall. This is the cranberry mandarin spice, which is citrus, cranberry, and spice, which, you know, the name itself. This is bright, put a smile on your face, refreshing, and gorgeous. And the last items that we're going to talk about, they're the same, which is the cranberry oatmeal cookie. Again, gourmands. I'm loving the fact that these smaller like mainstays is actually bringing some of these out. This is delicious. It smells like a cookie. It smells kind of like there might be some cranberry like craisins in it. And I can definitely get the oats from this as well, oddly enough. I make a cookie that's cranberry, oats, and white chocolate that everyone loves. And so this kind of reminds me of that without the white chocolate chunks. I'm really looking forward to that. I would probably melt this in September and also October. All right, you guys, that was everything. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, we would love to have you here on this channel. We do lots of Wax Wednesday hauls. We also do Fragrance Friday, which is anything to do about personal fragrances like perfumes and colognes. And then on Mondays, we talk about Mani Mondays, which again, we would talk a lot about nail polish. All right, you guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye, guys.